So, hello world. Um, Welcome to another stream and another video because these streams are also being recorded and let's say archived on YouTube and the tonight we're going to continue the Pacific Edge tour. I have this has actually been announced on the one day during the week. I am announcing the legs of this tour on the flightsim.com forums. So on the community forums, you will be able to see the the you'll be able to see what's going on. So and tonight's leg is going to start in at Bowerman Airport. That's the last airport that we landed on during this tour. As you can see, it's got the code, the ICAO code, Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike. And let's just go ahead and zoom in. So during the last leg, leave me alone. Where is this airport? There it is. During the last leg, I can show you on the map. So during the last leg, we flew from, I think it was Comox to Seattle. No, that was that was the leg before the last one. The last leg we did was from Seattle to Tacoma to Bowerman, and I was desperately trying to find the what's it called, the Space Needle downtown Seattle. It wasn't easy because I have been in Seattle once in my life, so I had a general idea where the Space Needle should be, but I had to, because it's been like, I don't know, 30 years since I've been in Seattle. No, not exactly. Some 25 years since I've been in Seattle last time. Um, what was I gonna say? You know what I mean. It was difficult to find this the Space Needle, but we did find it with the help of Google Maps, and then we flew over to Bowerman using IFR. So tonight we'll start from Bowerman, and I would say that we could do a leg as far as Southwest Oregon Regional. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna create a flight plan, or I'm gonna create GPS flight plan real quick in the simulator, and but I think we're gonna follow this route. I want to see Portland from above, and all these. This is a huge area with lots of little airports all over the place. And I just want to fly through this area because I think it's going to be pretty interesting to look at because there's a whole lot going on. And once we reach Malon Sweetfield, we'll fly over to the southwest and head for Southwest Oregon. So that might be some 200 miles today, which isn't that much considering the top speed of the speed that we're going to use with the K100. We'll see. What's the time? The time is 10 minutes before 9 p.m. So let's wait 10 minutes. I'm actually going to spawn. There are a couple of parking spots that look really nice. Let's pick this one. I don't really need to change anything. The default layout might be good enough. We'll use live weather and live traffic, of course, as usual. I don't know about the weather. It looks like we have VFR conditions right there. Let's take a look at the destination. Astoria, and there is Hallam. What is that? Seaside Municipal. Doobie doobie doob, Tillamook. Pacific. What the heck? Where is... So this is the crowded area that we're gonna fly through. And then we're gonna go to the southwest and head to, yeah, this is the one that we're heading towards. Kilo blah blop blubba. Oh, we could actually put this in as our destination already. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I think we're good to go. And this airport also has VFR conditions, so that's good. There are a couple of planes out there. Let's spawn into the world. So in case you're watching or watching the if you're following this on Twitch, hello there. I have a little bit of a problem with the Twitch stats module inside OBS. It doesn't really show me the actual stats that the stream should have. It's always delayed, and I don't know why. I need to manually refresh it, but that doesn't work either. At least not all the time. So let's go ahead and reset the view and then head into the plane. And the first thing that we're going to do is really start it up. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Yes, I know. And off we go. Take a look at the NG value. Once it's above 20, it's safe to start this thing. Okay. You might actually be able to start it earlier than that, but I always wait until 20, so I won't get into any kind of conflict. The ITT peaks out at 574. That's all right. Let's wait for the values to settle in. And then we can turn off the auxiliary fuel pump, set it on standby, put all of this, set all of this off or standby, and increase the, oh man. I really do hate... I'm not sure what's happening, but for some reason I really have bad luck when it comes to peripheral to the stuff that I'm supposed to use flying this thing. They always do stuff that I don't want them to do. So, nav light switch, blah, blah, blah. What's the outside temperature? 9 degrees. We can switch on pitot heat. What else? We already have the GPS. We can put this in right there. And then let's make a quick set of the autopilot. We're gonna fly heading in the beginning. We can turn this on. I'm gonna use yaw damper and the altitude. I'm not sure. Let's say we're gonna fly at 3000 at the beginning. We're gonna change this value depending on what the ATIS says. Let's go to 1500. There we go. That's good for now. So, as usual, I'm also using, say, intentions until Beyond ADC gets their shit in order. And then we'll see whether it makes sense to use that. We're at Bowerman Airport. I can switch to the automated surface observation system and check what's the weather like.
Altimeter 2984. Density altitude -600 feet. Bowerman Airport, automated surface observation. 1753 Zulu. Wind 285 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 1600 feet. Scattered at 2000 feet. Broken at 3900 feet. Temperature 9er. Dew point 5. Altimeter 2984. Density altitude -600 feet. Bowerman Airport.
Okay. So since this thing does not have a TAR, we're going to use the CTEF frequency. And as we've heard from ATIS, we have clouds between like 1500 and 2000, only scattered clouds, so we might be, and above that it's going to get thicker. So we're going to reduce the altitude initially to, let's say, to 1500 feet and see how this looks like up there. And we're also going to adjust the altimeter setting. Here we go. And then let's turn on the taxi light and ask and make our call. Oh, look at that. There's an F-18. What is it doing there? This is a regional airport. Well. And there's some Bell helicopter. Oh, there's another F-18. What the heck? Is this a... Did I mistake this as a civilian airport and it's actually a military airport? You know, this is one of the things that I really don't like about the AI stuff inside the... Let's not call it AI, let's call it generic spawning system inside the flight simulator. Does it make sense to have an F-18 on this kind of airport? No siree, it does not. So I think there are add-ons that actually... Is that a drone over there? No, that's a regular jet. Okay. So let's talk to the... let's first take a look at... We need to look at the airport chart. We are right there. Looking at where the wind comes from, we've got 40 knots coming from the northeast and from the northwest. We might be using 24 to take off, so let's announce our taxi to at 24. What does the time say? Yep, it's 9 p.m. so we can take off. If people cannot, I'm really sorry about that, but I really don't like it if people are not able to be there in time. So we're gonna take off, and people can join later on. Bowerman traffic, Kodiak, Kodiak. What the hell? Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta taxiing to runway 24, departure to the south. Bowerman. Okay. Prop full forward. No, I did it again. If I use this lever, if I push it too quickly, the engine's actually going to stall. Turn it off. Let's make a quick check whether everything is working as intended. It seems like that. And after that, I should be using my checklist. I always forget items in the checklist. What do we have here? Before a taxi. ADIS, we did that. Radios, we did that. Autopilot, we did that. Check controls, we did that just right now. ADC transponder, we're going to get that once we're in the air. Taxi lights on. Yep, that is a good idea. Oh, we did that already. So let's go to the... Let's go to the runway. Okay, let's make a switch off the taxi lights, switch on the landing lights, make one final sweep of the checklist. Pitot heat, we did that. Altimeter, we did that. Flaps 20. Elevator trim is good. Strobe is on, landing lights are on, taxi lights are off. Talk to AC for takeoff. Borman Airport traffic, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is taking off. Runway 27 departure to the south. Borman. I always forget to, on airports that only have this, the traffic advisory frequency, you should always be using the actual airport name at the end of your announcements. Let's see if the brakes are working. Yes, they are. And off we go. Rotate. We should be rotating earlier, but this thing is practically taking off by itself, so not that bad. We're gonna raise the flaps one notch. Oh, dude, I think one of my one of the rubber bands inside my little yoke here just snapped. It's kind of pulling to the left. And you can raise the flaps fully. There we go. And I think we can already turn on the autopilot. Now we can't, because, oh yes we can. Now we can. thing is that my yoke is pulling to the left in ways that the autopilot cannot deal with. Can it? It is trying hard. Oh, crying out loud, you know. What is happening? I'm gonna fly manually. Oh, I always like to turn off this one here. It'll bring us some FPS as usual. Nope, this is all not very nice what it's trying to do here. Let's go ahead and use heading mode for a second just to get this. Oh, I get it. I'm such a noob, really. This is hopeless. Okay, so now we're working with with nav. There we go. But now the plane is crashing because of the yoke. Sweet Mother of God. Why can't shit just work? Please. Activate the autopilot. Go ahead and fly this thing. Okay. It's hopeless. It really is. Okay, so next step, what I wanted to do is call departure. Departure Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is about 17 miles south of Borman at 1,500 feet. Destination is Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango. Correction, the destination is Kilo, you know, goodbye. Dude, I forgot the...
Kodiak, November Delta, Foxtrot Delta, Seattle departure, roger, destination cast noted, say intentions.
Kilo. What is O? Kilo O. What is O? I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know. I'm getting older, really. I'm getting old in a way that's not funny anymore. Oscar, for crying out loud. Seattle departure. Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is with you about 25 miles south of Bowerman at 1,500 feet. Destination will be Kilo Oscar Tango Hotel. Request flight following.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, Squawk 4744 and ident.
Squawk 4744 and ident Kilo Delta Foxtrot Delta. So let's go ahead and put in the transponder. Set 4744 and ident. Here we go.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, radar contact. 6 southeast of Grayland Intergalactic Airport at 1400 feet. Heading 173, Grayland altimeter 29.83.
Altimeter 29.83 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Dude, this is really annoying. If you I don't know, most of the people
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Seattle departure on 119.2.
119.2 for Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good day. So, what was I gonna say? I think that no, that's probably not true. Not most of the people that are watching this are younger than I am. Probably not. Not in the flight simulator space. But I don't know if you share this experience, but once you're getting older, you lose words. So sometimes I simply forget parts of the aviation alphabet. That's really annoying. Oscar, for crying out loud. So there are 2 people watching right now. Hello there. As far as I can see, because my Twitch stats widget is not always working correctly. So what we're doing here actually is flying the Pacific Edge tour, which is a tour that goes from Alaska to the Falklands, all the way across the entire United States and South America, and on the Pacific coast. So this should be an enjoyable tour, because we're going to see a lot of different landscapes and a lot of scenery and all kinds of climate zones, and I hope well, I am enjoying this. Maybe some of the viewers might enjoy this as well. We currently are heading towards an airport which is called, what is it called? No, it's not Half Moon Bay. That's too far in the south. We're heading towards the airport of Southwest Oregon Regional. But what I really wanted to do is fly through. Oh, we're gonna have to turn right here, actually. Where are we? There we are. I want to go to Portland at first. because this is a very crowded area, and it's probably going to be fun to look at scenery wise. So Portland has Kilo Papa Delta X-ray, Kilo Papa Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. There we go. Let's enter and go to
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. Contact Seattle departure on 124.2.
124.2 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good day. Seattle departure, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, with you at 1,500 feet.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta. Seattle departure. Good afternoon. Ocean Park altimeter 29.83.
Altimeter 29.83 Delta Foxtrot Delta. That didn't change at all. So I guess we're going to have to fly a little bit higher, because otherwise we're going to crash into these mountains. That might not be as enjoyable as some people think. Let's go to 2,000 feet. Here we go. Oh, I wanted to do some music, because otherwise I like to listen to music while flying. How about this? Unfortunately, we're not really free in what we would like to listen, because of copyright issues, which is really bad. Since I'm not earning any money with all of this here, I don't think it's actually necessary to keep me from using nice music. But, well, this is how the world works. Like shit. Let's reduce the torque to some 1200 something. And be a little bit more conservative on the fuel. We're currently using about 300 pounds per hour. Oh, look at this ridge. Are we gonna make it? Yes, I think we will. Very closely. It is gonna be a close call, but we're gonna make it over the ridge. I'm not gonna do any corrections. Just for the fun of it. So, and I think we're going to enter a pretty crowded area in about 10 to 15 minutes. And that'll be Portland. And after that, we'll fly towards McNary Field, which is in the vicinity of Kaiser, a city called Kaiser. It might belong. It's Salem, I'm sorry. The city of Salem. There is a little bit of turbulence here. It's probably these mountains, and we're close to them. We could go even higher, I think. It would not be a problem when it comes to the clouds. It's pretty scattered. And they're higher than we are. 2,000 feet is good enough. Let's take a look at the radar, because sometimes we're able to see if there's bad weather coming up. It doesn't really look like it. We've got some bad weather around the area of Seattle, Tacoma, but there's the destination that we're heading towards is not looking bad at all. So this should be an enjoyable flight. Let's take a look at the chart. We're flying at 2,000 feet, which means we're going to use 2,000 RPM with 1,300 something foot-pound of torque.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Portland departure on 118.1.
We're lower than that, that's right. 118.1 for Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good day. Portland departure, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta with you at 2,000 feet. Good afternoon.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta, Portland departure, good afternoon. Nacelle altimeter 29.83.
Altimeter 29.83 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Can actually leave the landing lights on because we're below 10,000 feet. And because I'm lazy. So is there anything interesting going on in this area? Let's take a look at the map, because we're flying over the Julia Butler Hansen Refuge for the Columbian White-tailed Deer. Okay. So that seems to be private property. It's an island. I'm going to show you on the map. There's a little island here. And that is called Julia Butler. It's called Tenasilihi Island, and it's Julia Butler Hansen Refuge for the Columbian White-tailed Deer, whatever this is. We're gonna be able to see it in a minute on the left-hand side. Up there. This might be it. Okay, what else? It's gonna be coming up. Oh, dude, I'm such an idiot. You cannot. This is not true. Actually, what we did last time, the last leg that I flew, it actually wasn't to Bowerman, but it was to Astoria Regional. Oh dear Lord, you can see it. This is the path that we flew during the last leg, and we landed at Astoria. It's hilarious, hilarious. There's not a whole lot of brain left inside of me. So we're actually doing this last part of the last leg again, and then we're headed toward Portland. Alrighty. Let's see about one thing, how much we've abused this plane. 102 hours of flight time. The actual block time is just 24 hours. So there's a discrepancy here. And the reason for this is that I think I have explained it in earlier videos, but I'm going to do it again and again and again, probably in future videos. So this flight time is actually the perceived time of the airplane, how much it was used, or how badly it was used. I'm not sure how to explain it. So this is the actual flying time I've done in this particular plane since I've installed Microsoft 2024. I've been doing like 24 hours of flying with this particular plane. But the plane perceives this to be 102 hours because I've not always treated it very nicely. I've, you know, done things like blowing up the engine or, I don't know, using too much target, particular at altitudes, and I don't know, landing and basically using the reverse thrust, which kind of is a lot of strain, puts a lot of strain onto the engine, onto the mechanics of the engine, and that increases it kind of accelerates the aging process of the engine. So once this counter goes to about 1,000 hours, there is a
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Seattle Center on 124.2.
124.2 for Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good day. So once this value goes to 1,000, then there's a higher chance of stuff actually happening to the plane. So, you know, engine failures or system failures. There's a higher chance. That doesn't necessarily mean that the plane's going to break, but there's a higher chance. Once you remain below the 1,000 hours, it's still good for the most part. And the block time is the actual flying time that we've done. So that's not that much yet. Seattle Center, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta with you. Good afternoon.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta Seattle Center, good afternoon. Quincy altimeter 29.83.
Altimeter 29.83, Delta Foxtrot Delta. There's a bit of turbulence because of the hills, I would say. I'm really curious. I've just had to ban another spammer offering viewers on Twitch. I'm really curious if there are any people out there who believe that
Kodiak
this...
Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Portland departure on 118.1.
118.1 Delta Foxtrot Delta, good day.
500.
I'm not going to switch to this frequency. Now I want to be able to talk about something. So, what was I going to say? If there are actually people out there who believe that these streaming offers, the offers that
500.
that are going to give you viewers for free, lots of viewers, that these offers are actually valid. I don't know. But this kind of a scam's been happening on all kinds of
500.
platforms, so in different variations. Yeah, we're gonna turn off Bitchin' Betty for now, because we're doing this intentionally here. Bitching Betty means we've got a terrain awareness system that I can switch on and switch off with this button, and it's actually going to tell us if we're flying, if we're dangerously close to the ground, flying if we're going to go under a certain threshold that you're able to configure. Right now it's 500 feet, so whenever we go below 500 feet radar altitude, it's going to warn us and make sure we don't run into the ground. And for those of you who don't know, there is a difference between barometric altitude, which is this one right there. We're flying at 2,000 feet barometric altitude, I think it's called. That's the altitude that you can measure through the density of the air. And then there's the radar altitude, which is the actual altitude above the ground. So it's a lot less than 2,000 feet, obviously. It's only a couple hundred, not even that, maybe 200 to 300 feet right now. And the radar altitude is, that's the altitude that you should be, in case you're flying close to the ground, right? That's what we're doing right now. You should be paying close attention to the radar altitude. The barometric altitude does not really matter at this point. That's why Bitching Betty has a strong, because it is really important to have it, because if you're doing stuff inside a plane, if you're taking notes or talking to someone else, it can happen very quickly that you lose attention, and you're not gonna recognize that you're flying towards some kind of wall, or maybe into a hill that's in front of you and you just don't see it. Or if the weather is so bad, you basically have almost zero visibility, and you're not going to be able to see the hill that's coming up ahead of you. Then Bitching Betty's going to warn you. Fortunately, even in very, very bad weather, inside the Kodiak we have these awesome Garmin systems, which can give us some kind of virtual representation of the real world. It's something that you should not really rely to only, that you should not be relying on only, but it's going to help you if you don't have any other options, if the weather is so bad that you desperately need some kind of help to navigate, because instrument flying only goes so far, and it's really nice to have this this, I don't know what else to call it, but virtual reality representation of the world. It really helps doing difficult approaches. So there we go. This, now the clouds are getting thicker. Doesn't seem to be raining yet, but the clouds are also going to be lower, which means right there at 2,000 feet, that's a pretty good altitude for now. We're still below the clouds, but we're high enough to be able to fly over all of these hills. And we're quickly approaching Portland now. Right there, this area up ahead, that's Portland already. There's a huge airport right there. This is Portland. Which one is it? That might be Portland. No, that's not international. That's that's a river. That is a river. That is actually the what is it called? The Columbia River, I think, with a couple of lakes around it. The yoke's pulling to the left. Oh Lord, why does it always have to be me? I'm gonna have to hold it. Huh. You know what? I could actually go ahead and try to repair it in flight. I haven't done that before, because this whole yoke system has become a bit of an annoyance, really, lately. But I think I'm gonna be able to repair it for this particular leg real quick. No screws. I fixed it with oh man, there it goes. I did fix it with I'm not sure what it's called in English. What, glue strips, something like that. There's an airport down there, as you can see. On the left, on the right-hand side, right there. That's also one of the nice things about the D1000. You're actually able to do approaches using this virtual world right there. Oh, we're gonna have to pause this, otherwise this thing is gonna fly in all possible directions. So you can actually see there. This is my personal. There you can see that I put in a custom controller board for the X and Y axis. So, but now I'm gonna have to see about the rubber bands. What happened to those? Yeah, one of them actually snapped. Okay. That's the one which snapped. We're gonna have to use this on this side. Come on, don't be mean to me.
Kodiak Delta, Foxtrot Delta, traffic at your 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile, same altitude, Skyhawk.
Yep, I can't see it, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix my yoke in flight. Dude. This is annoying. Maybe we can do something like this. Would that been enough? No, that would not be enough. I think I need to fetch another rubber band. I actually have a whole lot of those because I bought a pack. I can use these things for other purposes as well. I need a rubber band that is small and short. Let's see, we have something like that. Yes, we do. There we go. So as you can see, this is probably not the best solution ever. But I chose it for now, and I'm gonna have to live with it. So this should even things out a little. Yep, that might work actually. Let's assemble the yoke again. There we go. Yep, it's centered again. That's simple. I need some glue. Alright, so just to make sure that it doesn't go off again, that it doesn't fall apart while in flight, I'm gonna have to redo this in a nicer way, but for now it's gonna work during the flight. That's what you call in-flight repairs. You know, this is every pilot should be able to do something like this with his plane. It's just hilariously stupid and funny, but it does work. There we go. Right. Yep. Good to go, at least for this flight.
Kodiak Delta, Foxtrot Delta, traffic at your 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile at 500 Skyhawk.
Yep, I know. So let's continue the flight. Right out loud. I need my keyboard. There we go. Resume. Yep. I have the traffic in sight. Well, I don't, but I have it in sight. Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Kodiak, November Delta Foxtrot Delta, Portland departure. Good afternoon, Scappoose, altimeter 29.83.
Altimeter 29.83, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Oh man, oh man. But that again, actually, one of what really broke this time, it was a rubber band that snapped, but also one of these, one of the, I don't know what to call it, these little things that hold screws, which are made out of plastic, and once you put too much strain on it, it's breaking. That is something that could have happened with the original what are these called, with the original blah blahs. Oh, look at that. Right there above us, suddenly we've got this really interesting cloud formation. We didn't have that on the radar earlier. Weird stuff. So right now we're entering the Portland area. All of this is Portland. And we're gonna have a lot of photogrammetry stuff going on here. And we can also go ahead and put in our next waypoint, which is McNary Field, Kilo Sierra Lima Echo. Kilo Sierra Lima Echo. Kilo Sierra Lima. Oh man. Echo. Yep. And off we go. Yeah, so this is Portland. I can actually show you on the map right there. This looks a bit crowded on the map because this is the Portland, this is the big Portland airport. It's got a couple of runways. All of them actually have ILS. We're flying through, we shouldn't be flying through this zone really. This is a class, I guess this is a class B. In reality, we would be in deep doo-doo here because we're not. We didn't announce our presence in this Class C airspace. It's a Class C, I think. So we're gonna fly towards the south, and to the left you can see Portland. And there's the. No, this is not the big Portland airport, I think. Or is it? I think it is. Might be. No, that's the Pearson airfield. There. Portland, the big airport, is farther away. Can't see it from here. But we can see the center of Portland here. This might be the city center, I guess. And as you can see, we're going to have, this is the route that we're flying, the GPS path, and we're going to have a little bit of, oh, look at these massive poles right there. We should not be flying through those. There's a little bit of might be rain that's coming up. We'll see. This is a nice neighborhood up here. I believe, I would expect that this is a very expensive area. Up in the hills of Portland. There are sports fields down there. This might be a soccer field or something like that. What is happening? Some baseball pitches. Some businesses down there.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. Transition through the Aurora Delta is approved. Remain this frequency.
Aurora Delta is approved. I'm going to remain at this frequency. Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. Aurora Delta is approved. Remain this frequency.
Affirmative, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Lots of cars on these nice little... I think there's probably some kind of Walmart down there. There always are Walmarts. That's one of the discoveries that well, maybe I shouldn't call it discovery, but that's one of the discoveries that I made for myself while flying the tour Flight of Passage. I was flying all over America after the route that the Buck brothers flew in '66, and in today's world almost every little town has Walmart. So I was taking a look at where I actually flew, all the towns that I flew over, and I looked at Google what these towns have to offer, and every single one of them had a Walmart. So I probably saw a couple of hundred Walmarts on the way, doing the Buck Brothers tour. That was actually a lot of fun, and I was doing it in a Piper Cub, so it took a while to do it. And the simulator, of course. Oh, Mr. Skinflints, I did. Hi there. I did do you know the book Flight of Passage? The author is the name of the author is Rinker Buck. Yeah, so I did that particular tour. I actually created a flight plan out of the story. I try to replicate the flight that these boys did in '66, which is not really easy to do because many of the airports that existed back then do not exist nowadays. So, and there's also at some points you're just going to have to guess where they flew because the descriptions in the book are not always accurate, but it was still a lot of fun to do. But you could actually, there's a flight plan on the website flightsimsafaris.com, my website. I've kept all these flight plans, and everybody's welcome to download them. If you want, if you're interested, actually, once we've done this Pacific tour here, we could actually redo the Flight of Passage tour again, because it's quite enjoyable. It's taking, for those who don't know, it's taking place all over America. You basically fly from east to west coast, and the real interesting, or the real fun thing about all of this was that this flight was done by two teenage boys in a little Piper Cub, and they did it all by themselves. They restored the Piper Cub. They put in it. I think they put in a different engine. It was a little more powerful than the original. I think the original engine was some kind of Continental with like 60 horsepower, and they put in a stronger version with like 85 horsepower, and so they restored the Cub to prime condition, and then they basically flew all the way to the west coast and back, and that was some kind of achievement for boys that small. I think they were like 15 and 17 years old. I don't really remember on the top of my head. '66, yes. Well, they restored the Cub during the winter time of 1965, and then they flew this entire tour in 1966 from. They started at an airport which was called Basking Ridge in New Jersey. That particular airport does not exist anymore, but you can still see the grass field. If you fly this in Flight Simulator 2020 or 24, you can still recognize at least the field where the airport was. And there are a couple of others. Points that you can recognize from the book, all the descriptions about the lakes and the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the I think it's the I-76 or I-78, I don't know, the interstate, and all the descriptions still work today, many of them at least, because the landscape that didn't change much. Of course, the airports did change, but the landscape is in many ways still the same, so you're able to recognize the waypoints that these guys flew over. And that's fun. That's a whole lot of fun, really. I thought I did enjoy that a whole lot. Are you actually in the air somewhere around me? Oh, you aren't. You're always sneaking up on me. No, I guess not. But they did have, the problems that they did have was I think it was a spring from the elevator that snapped, and they had to do some kind of, let's call it a emergency landing. You were there the whole time. Oh, dude, you know what? I forgot to activate the the goddamn the labels. So I'm probably not able to see you. can't make out another plane without these labels. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I really didn't recognize that you were there. I would have said hello. I thought I was alone, talking to myself all the time. On my 8 o'clock, so somewhere about there. I can't see it. Doesn't matter. That's all right. So I know that you're there.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta transition through the Salem Delta is approved. Remain this frequency.
Affirmative, Delta Foxtrot Delta. So in case you didn't, did you actually read the book, or just do you only know that it does exist? Because if you haven't read it, I would suggest you do. It's fun. It's actually a fun read. It's well written, and it's kind of an adventure story, really. Coming of age and adventure story. It's cheap. In America, you can get it for a couple of bucks. In Europe, it's more difficult because they don't sell it. I do have the book actually in 2 versions. One of them is German, and the other one is English. And I always wanted to get a Kindle version from Amazon, but these idiots, they don't sell it on Kindle. I don't know why. Yep, that's true. It's called a bush flying adventure, something like that. And the guy who did the bush trip also created, I think, a livery for it. The flight plan that I did is a little bit different, and it is way older because I actually started to do this for Flight Simulator 2002. So, like, I don't know. I bought the book when it was just 2 years old, I think. It came out somewhere in the late 90s, and I read it back then. And I immediately thought that it would be a cool thing to do this in a flight simulator. But back then it wasn't that cool because the flight simulators did not have real scenery back then. Yeah, the Cub is an awesome plane. It really is. But during the I actually did, the last time that I did this tour was in November last year, 2024. And what was I going to say? I was using real weather. Yep, that's true. I was using real weather, and in November the weather is not really favorable from a point of view inside the Cub, because at one point I had this thing freeze up entirely. You could actually see the wings that were completely white, and then I had to bring it down somewhere. And then I cheated on the weather because the Cub is not an all-weather plane. Okay, 3 nautical miles. Hello there. Can't see you, but that's all right. So next waypoint, let's see, what do we have on the map? The next waypoint would be Southwest Oregon Regional. Yeah, kilo, for crying out loud, I forgot the O again. Kilo Oscar, it's hopeless. Kilo Oscar Tango Hotel. Let's go ahead and use this nice GTN 750. You can really kiss my butt. So let's see, Bowerman. No, we come from. It's hilarious. Kilo Echo Uniform Golf. No, we're not there yet. Let's say we're gonna start from McNary Field. Kilo Sierra.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Shut
Contact
up.
Cascade departure on 124.3.
Yep, that's alright. I'm not gonna answer him. So Kilo Sierra Lima Echo. Kilo Sierra set origin. Kilo Sierra Lima Echo. Enter. And the destination would be. How about we do another hopeless IFR approach? Kilo Oscar Tango Hotel. Kilo Oscar Tango Hotel. There we go. Okay, let's see what kind of approach might be interesting. So we only have runway 05, which is oh, come on. No, this one. Go away. Go away. I want that. Select approach. There we go. Yeah, just, let's just go ahead and do this. I don't care if it works or not. I want to do this. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Where is it pointing? Koth, yes. Koth, that's good. Yep. Whatever you're... Oh, dude. What kind of encrypted stuff are you writing in the channel? I mean, this is, nobody's able to recognize what you're trying to say here. Maybe you're using some really... You're really using some swear words there. This is all encoded, really shady stuff right there. Yep, so the wind's like 43,010 knots, 10 sea miles above, and yeah, exactly, just as I said, like 340,000 knots. And it was registered in November in the year 2007. So they're not really, they don't have the latest information, but that's all right. That's true. All the way. And what else can I read from this? There's a, they do have a nice bakery there. I don't know. It's just, it won't work. Whatever I do, I'm gonna hit the approach button and hope for the best, and we'll see what happens. It's always the same. Oh, dude. What's the time? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. We might actually be Now I'm doing this IFR approach at Southwest Oregon, and I want to continue to fly. How about we extend the leg a little bit more? Because it's still early. Well, it's not really early, but it's still early. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yes, we are. We actually, we never were found. We always were lost in the first place. There's nothing, there is no rescue, there is no Kilo Auto Tinder. I just want to fly somewhere safe. Kilo Auto. I don't want to go there. Kilo Auto Tinder. It's a Tinder line. Tinder and then happy. Let's go to happy. Yep, I always wanted to go to happy. So, and after that, we're gonna fly to Jack McNamara Field. This thing also has an ILS approach. That's nice. And no, the other one is too far away. We're not going to be able to make it. But we're going to do McNamara Field tonight. Just to get this tour over with. I mean, it's going to take like forever. So you actually saw the innard. Holy cow. That's just so terrible, dude. So you saw the innards of my yoke. I put it, I ripped it apart to show you the brains of my operation here. And these brains are and this stuff is real. I don't know. It's so fucking ridiculous. No. He didn't. Oh. I mean, he's, you know, he might as well be an android. This guy, I don't know, he's probably got a box full of rubber bands in his head. He's made up of rubber bands. I might pull his arm and it's gonna extend forever. And then I let it go. I'm not sure, but that might be the case. Yep, everything is possible. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of those rubber bands right there, because I have so many of them. It's an entire package of these rubber bands, and I'm gonna pick one of those, and I'm gonna shoot it at him, because I can. And I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but there we go, asshole. This guy, I mean, my display just was flickering madly at me. I'm not sure if this ever happened that someone started that someone started a repair that someone started to repair his joke right in the middle of a flight. About, I mean, you have to admit that it's actually awesome that it can open up this entire thing here, which isn't very robust anymore, that it can just take it apart and repair stuff, put it back on, and go ahead and continue to fly. That is a demonstration of supreme preparedness. You gotta give me that, at least. Let's see. Oh, there you are. I can actually see a plane up ahead. What kind of nonsense are you flying? This looks like I don't know. This is not a Baron derivative. Let's see. Oh, maybe it is. No, isn't that the, this Gulf or whatever you were flying? This Golf thing stuff? The turbine Duke, right? Duke, that was the name that I was looking for. Duke. I think either I have two options here. I could switch to a higher altitude, or I could just run up those hills. Let's see, where are we? We're heading towards the coast, but the coast is quite a bit. It's a bit too far away. Oh Lord. Because it looks like we might actually hit these hills here. It might be, it's probably gonna be pretty close again. We're gonna try and see what's happening. I did turn off bitching Betty, so I should not get some annoyings. Dead on my screen, okay. That was pretty close, but it did work. But the next hill might be a problem. Nice trees. It could actually work. I'm not sure. We might be getting through this gap here without crashing. This is precision flying. Yep. Very likely. But then at least I have one more for my collection. Oh. Shouldn't be doing this. Look at these slopes. This is nice. And there's a trail with cars. Oh, dude. This might actually not work. Nope. I'm gonna have to do some intervention here. I know it's cheating, I'm sorry. But I don't have no choice. The autopilot is going to run me into a hill again. No, it is not. No, it's not. So let's talk to ADC. I want Cascade departure. Cascade departure, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good afternoon.
Kodiak, November Delta Foxtrot Delta, Cascade departure, good afternoon. Corvallis altimeter 29.85.
Altimeter 29.85 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. No, 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 no. This, what is it called? The Siuslaw National Forest. It's nice down there. I like it. Very pretty. They've got a marina down there. Look at that. This is probably a very expensive place to live. What is this? Some kind of museum, maybe? Oh, there's another ridge coming up. I should be paying attention. This is probably gonna, oh no, he's gonna run us into the mountain. Still there? Or did you crash into the mountain? That's what happens. Or maybe we should be landing at southwest. I mean, we're not that fast actually. We're doing 178 knots of ground speed, yeah. And it's already like 11:30. Until we're on the ground, it's probably 11. Yeah, we're gonna set this as final destination.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Cascade departure on 120.25.
Okay, what was I gonna do? This here. Let's go ahead and activate the approach. There we Oh, looking at the trees here, this might not be a good idea. We should be doing something like this. So, rares. You're at 3.5. This is also pretty cheaty. You're still there? No. Not visible. Okay, so you think we should be listening to ATIS? We can do that. Okay, let's put in some proper frequencies here. The automated weather observation system. Okay, one. Let's one. Where's my? There we go. 135.075. 075 and 135. There we go. Let's see what we get here. Too far away, maybe? Maybe I should be turning up the volume? No, it's already. We are in rage, okay. Well, you know, there's all kinds of shit not working in whenever I do something, so I'm not really surprised here. I did, but it didn't work. Do you hear anything? I don't. Oh, maybe in this particular case I should be activating pitching Betty so that I'm not going to be surprised. Must be missing around. Yes, most probably. Well,
500.
Yep, bitching Betty is looking out for me. Okay, I'm gonna go to a higher altitude.
956 Zulu.
Oh, now I'm in range.
325 at 10. Visibility 10.
500.
Sky conditions, scattered at 2100 feet. Broken at 4200 feet. Temperature 11. Dew point 7. Altimeter 2991. Density altitude -400 feet. Southwest Oregon Regional Airport, automated weather observation.
Okay, I've heard
1956
enough.
Zulu. Wind 325 at 10.
Thank you very much. Well, actually,
500.
you know what? 3,000 feet might be good enough.
500.
And the music is making me mad. Let's switch to jazz. And reduce the torques to like 1300 something. Yes, please. So let's review the approach stuff there, right there. There is, oh, look at Look at the radar. What is this? There is some severe stuff going on here. So there is Rares, and then we're gonna have to turn right. Let's and oh, holy crap! He's doing doing a huge arc here, trying to avoid some kind of airspace. Maybe he's doing a huge arc, a huge arc. That is very inefficient. Heavy rain. Okay. That's fine by me. There's a whole lot of rain going on here in the entire area. So it might actually make sense to do an IFR approach, doesn't it? It's not my strong point, but we're gonna try. Cascade departure, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta with you. Good afternoon.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta Cascade departure. Good afternoon, Florence altimeter 29.85.
Altimeter 29.85 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Would you mind telling me a joke, Mr. Hello? Thank you very much. Let's see if they still got it.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. I'm here to assist with aviation-related matters.
Alright. He's got a stick up his ass. Yep, there's some rain coming up here. Yep, you might be right. I'm always, I always like to, I would love to be able to open this window, but when I do it in flight, the plane's gonna crash. I mean, we're not sitting in a jet that does 500 knots ground speed or killed in action speed, but for some reason this thing still breaks. I don't know. Yeah, and there, as you can see on the radar right there, look at that little yellow thing here. This is awesome. Like, it's actually pretty accurate what's going on the radar. Funnily enough, or surprisingly enough, it helps. It helps. You know what I mean? It helps really. Oh, there! Look at this nice. This is a nice lake down there. Or maybe it's no, it's a river. It's a river. It's not a lake. This is the Umpqua River. Umpqua River. Very nice. I like it. Yeah, that is that's what I call rain. Okay. You go ahead. I need the training with the IFR stuff. I follow roads. Next, DTK in 1 sec. That was a nice turn. Nice and slow. Nobody's been getting sick so far.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Southwest Oregon Tower on 118.45.
Oh, I will. Oh, goodbye. You were actually lower than me. Hello. I'm constantly pressing the transmit button for the comm system.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta, Southwest Oregon Regional Airport Tower. Please release the transmit button when not speaking to avoid blocking the frequency.
Yep, I know. I'm sorry. I really am. Dude, I just wanted to say I just wanted to say hello.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, hello.
Oh man. So, what was I gonna say? Kodiak Delta, no, Southwest Oregon Tower, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, about a couple of miles somewhere northeast of the airport, and I desperately want to land, but I'm gonna use IFR, and I would advise you. I would advise you to get clear of the tower, because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna fly into it. So prepare yourselves.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, winds 325 at 10, runway 5, cleared for ILS approach. Maintain current altitude until established on the localizer.
Runway 5? You sure about that? Yes, that's actually true. That's the right one, right? I've got lots of them, actually. I would even go ahead and sell them, because I mean, these are high quality rubber bands. They never snap, you know. As you've seen, they rather break the entire plastic case than snap themselves. So this is high quality stuff from Amazon. I'm not sure. It's probably some Chinese guy who made these with his bare hands from materials that are probably, I don't know, not they're going to cause health issues, or they kind of, you know, cause cancer or something like that. But they're good. They keep on not snapping. So I really need to know. That's what
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, enter left downwind for runway 5.
it's going to take me forever to enter left downwind. So keep your trap shut, please. I was about to take a look at what altitudes I should be approaching. So
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, maintain current heading and altitude. Advise when ready for approach.
1,600 feet. The next stuff there meet you, I should be at 1600, so we can go ahead and put in some 1600 feet, and you know, let's just go ahead and put in some vertical speed like 600. That should be enough, and we and we should probably go ahead and reduce the speed a little bit there, because otherwise we're gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be too fast. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I'm happy. What kind of emoticon is it that you're using there? This is the LUL, Twitch Global Emoticon LUL. Okay. Laughing up loud? Laughing at you loud? LOL? I'm really sorry that I don't yet that I wasn't able up to this point to create a custom set of icons and emoticons, because I'm not a Twitch professional. I'm more of a dilettante, a vigilante dilettante, and it's difficult. It's not, it's really, you know, it's difficult for guys who have lost some of their rubber bands. Oh, look at these clouds. They're so juicy. And I mean, this guy is funny, you know. He said to me I should be maintaining my current heading and altitude, but according to the approach, I'm flying a giant circle. So how am I supposed to keep my heading? That doesn't make any sense. And looking, I mean, now I'm getting it. This is actually, that makes sense. That look at this. I'm gonna zoom in real quick so that we're gonna be able to see this. I mean, I'm a noob and I'm an idiot, but looking at this circle here, this part of the circle that we're flying, it's actually, it pretty much matches the airspace around the airport here. So we should not be, for some reason the approach does not enter the airspace, but it's flying around it, and then it is going to approach, or maybe not. No, the circle is much too big. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I seriously don't know. Oh, look at that. It's hopeless. Look. Look at that giant circle here. And look at this small circle down there. This is, I mean, this does not compute. No, forget about everything that I said. It's just fucking ass. Oh man. Nope. Today, it's a weird day, really. I should not be flying. I don't know why. I'm in deep doo-doo today. That's what Harrison Ford says once he's entered a Death Star. So, were you able to land actually? "10 miles to go until Mid-Tui. And then it's Oxfuck. Oxfuck. And then there's going to be runway 05. Oxfuck. Oh, sweet mother of God. I don't have a life vest with me. We're flying over open ocean. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy doo doo. Oh my. No. No. It's alright. I was just wondering if we've got a tornado coming up there. But no. When is all of this gonna end? Meet you. It's a huge arc. This approach, it really is. There is a message for me, and it says arrival at waypoint Mitue. Okay. I would say that well, I do hope that at some point we're gonna be able to press the approach button. Because without an approach button, I'm kind of lost here. I need the approach button working. Oh, there's a lighthouse. How very sweet. So I would guess that IAF means initial approach fix and FAF would mean final approach fix? Something like that? No, no, no! Yes! No! Activate leg. Yes, please. There we go. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, there we go. It's finally recognizing that we should be... Oh, man. Hit the approach, but no, it does not recognize that there's an approach available. So let's reduce the altitude to 1,300 feet. And reduce the speed. But, you know, it's not giving me my diamond here. Why is it not giving me my diamond? What am I doing wrong? I want my diamond. Really want my diamond there. No, does not work. That's unfortunate. Oh, Lord. Please, give me my approach. No, no, it's not working. Where is the runway? Where is it? Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna have to fly manual. You know, I'm not. I don't know why. It's hopeless. It's not working. I'm not good at this. Not at all. So let's go ahead and fly slower, lower. Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is on final runway 05.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, winds 325 at 10, runway 5, cleared to land.
Clear to land 05 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Lower the flaps even further. We've got quite a lot of crosswind here. Like
500.
quite a lot. Holy Lord. The winds are really not nice today. Landing on this runway is not nice today. No, no. It really isn't. But we're going, man. Oh, freak my hell out of the misery. Let's get off the runway real quick, right there. Get off. Oh, man. Yeah, well, the touchdown wasn't so bad, but the problem is the crosswind that's always...
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, welcome to Southwest Oregon. Contact ground on 127.1.
Shut up, dude.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, please maintain professionalism on this frequency.
I've just had one of the worst landings of my life. Please acknowledge that you should. Please stop talking.
All aircraft information Quebec is now current. Altimeter 29903. Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, understood. Contact ground on 127.1 for taxi instructions when ready.
I am already there, standing on the grass. Oh, mother.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, taxi to general aviation parking via Delta Alpha Bravo. Have a good day.
Yes, I will.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, roger that.
You just can't stop talking, really. What an annoyance. Yeah. Doop, 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 doop. Let's just go ahead and turn it all off. I mean, you know, the other days I had excellent landings. Yeah, you can go dense all the way you want up there. I had excellent landings the other days. Every time you are with me, it ends in misery. Every single time I make landings that are probably gonna scare the shit out of this guy. He might be as professional as he wants, but this is that your plane over there? Dude, you're missing a front wheel there. I think he thinks that no, he doesn't. I thought he might expect it to be a tail dragger, but it isn't. So you're missing a front wheel. That might be a good screenshot. It's all the time I'm flying with this guy, he's missing something. He's either a tail dragger, which isn't, or he's missing stuff, and then this, and he's missing hair. Look at your head. Look at that. I mean, you've got like this is you're missing stuff here, and the yeah. Come on, get closer. It's not a matter of level of detail. It's just like, I don't know. It looks difficult, to say the least. There's this little area here which is bald entirely. This is what you pulling your hair out once you watch my landings, I guess. Yeah. Oh yes, that's exactly. As is no warranty. Always hanger, cut low hours in a minute. Yeah. Okay. Get it. Well, you know, it's been fun as usual. What can I say? Just another day of hilarious fun. Oh, look at that. These cars, they actually they don't look too good. This might be what kind of cars are these? I'm not even able to recognize the brand. That might be a Mercedes. No, that's not a Mercedes. What are these cars? Like paper box, cardboard things. I mean, I have to admit I did not activate the highest possible detail for these cars, but they look like not so good. Do they look better from up close? I thought so. Well, you're not supposed to be looking at them from up close. Alright, so I'm out of here. Thank you for flying with me. That was fun. I didn't laugh so hard while doing Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know if I ever laughed so much, but it was fun. So take care.